Welcome back to my channel. So I asked everybody on Facebook what recipes they wanted to see, and eggplant parm was one of them. And of course, I had to make my roasted tomato sauce to go along with it. So I did use 2 different kinds of tomatoes just for flavor. Toss those in a roasting pan, chop the heads off of garlic, put that in there with some onions, sprinkle it with extra virgin olive oil. Then you're gonna pop it in the oven at 400 for 40 minutes. While that's cooking, cut up your eggplant into quarter pieces, put them on a paper towel, sprinkle them with salt. We're gonna sweat all that moisture out. In 10 minutes, you're gonna dab those completely dry and wipe the excess salt off. Then we're gonna get 3 bowls: flour, egg, which we're gonna whisk in a minute, and then your breadcrumb mixture. Now your breadcrumb mixture consists of half Italian breadcrumbs. If you get plain breadcrumbs, it's fine, just add Italian seasoning, but you can get it pre-mixed just like this, and I tend to love this kind. It's from Giant. Then you're gonna put in half of grated Parmesan cheese, and you're just gonna mix that up really well. Just keep mixing it until you see that it's completely combined. Whisk that egg as well, because this is what we're going to use to dip our eggplant. I do use this white truffle oil and put it in the bottom of my pan. It just gives it a really nice extra flavor. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't used truffle oil before, you have to get some. It's amazing for French fries, mushrooms if you're making them, and it works really well when you're frying up different vegetables. Of course, it's very expensive, so only do it if you're pan frying. I would not recommend putting that much in a deep fryer. Then you're gonna go ahead and coat flour, egg, and then your bread crumb mixture. Put those in a pan and sprinkle them with some of that extra virgin olive oil. Let's just give it some extra flavor, keep it from burning, and make them nice and golden, a pretty color, right? As they start to cook, you're gonna keep flipping them. Soon enough, your tomatoes and everything should be done. Get that blender out. I don't use a food processor. I like a blender. I like to do it the traditional way. Just make sure you don't put any of that skin from the garlic or the tomatoes in there. It's just gonna give it a really weird texture. So just take all of that off before you put it in. Once you have it in, add some sea salt, some fresh parsley, a couple basil leaves for flavor, and then of course I sprinkle in a little Parmigiana Romano. That is a Parmigiana Romano mixture. Just keep it on pulse until you get it to the consistency that you like. When your eggplant's done, put it on a paper towel to get rid of some of that excess grease, then get a baking dish out, coat the bottom in that sauce, and then you're gonna just pop those eggplants right on in there. Put a little bit of sauce on each one, leave some of the parts dry so that they don't get all soggy, cover in mozzarella, sprinkle some parsley on top for decoration, and then pop it in the oven at 350 for like 10 minutes, and it looks like this. Just make sure that cheese is completely melted, serve it over thin spaghetti, and there you go. I mean, it's so good. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. That way you can get more of these good videos.